Are you still on the fence? What are you waiting for? Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up right away for the Gold VIP membership, where Mark McSee provides you with the latest news, updates, company profiles, economic calendars, so much more. Everything that you need to make an informed decision on how to invest your hard-earned money. Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up today.
Uh, 207.80 up. Let's go really low on this one just to give you some room. 207 do. Okay. But if you look at the trend, right, of what's been happening with NVIDIA, if you take your overall trend, it's been to the upside, leading up to, I always talk about this, always leads up to earnings, but typically it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So you've got to be extremely careful.
Yeah, see, and that though is exactly why I like for traders to use Apple, right? Because it isn't that much volatility. You know what I mean? You could have 100 contracts at Apple, but it moved a penny, there's $100. You have 100 contracts at NVIDIA and it moves like that, right? That's 5,000. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's make it rain.
Join American Dream Trading's live trading weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Welcome. You are now in the Aftermarket. Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is the show you want to be at tonight. Why? Because we've got it right here. The 5 habits that will create discipline in you as a trader. The 5 habits that you need to create discipline in your trading, guys. So hold on to your hats, buckle your seatbelts, and get ready to learn, okay? So shout out to Coach Chad W. Christian. This is his YouTube channel. We have so many videos that you can learn from on this channel. And when you're done with the Aftermarket, if you're a brand new trader, if you haven't joined the group yet, go check out some of these videos. He's got everything from how to get into trades with entries to how to exit trades, how to create support and resistance lines, covered calls, cash secured puts, you name it. Coach teaches it, and he is a 32-year stock market vet. That's a lot of screen time. So he knows what he's talking about. And the cool thing I like about Coach is he doesn't teach us how to chase call outs. We don't do that over here. We actually learn how to trade from scratch, okay? Which means we know how to look for stocks. We know how setups look. We know how to get in. We know how to make money. We know how to get the hell out, period. So shout out to you, Coach. Thank you for sharing with us and creating message. Do you know he's created over 10 millionaires? Yeah, with his trading strategies. Over 10, and a couple of them had no experience at all, trading at all. So if you're thinking, oh, you know, stock market, I can't do that. That's too hard. No, if you come to American Dream Trading, you will be taught. He can teach anybody how to do anything at any time, as long as he's knowledgeable about it. And he is damn sure knowledgeable knowledgeable about trading. Rewind that. He is damn sure knowledgeable about trading. See, you can get do-overs sometimes, But yeah, so AmericanDreamTrading.com is where you want to go to get signed up. And right now, we have our VIP membership on sale for $1,500, the 6-month membership version of that. There's a full year for $2,500, but let me tell you about the 6-month. Okay, if you get it for 6 months, it's only $1,500. There are plenty of people giving you way less education for a hell of a lot more money than that. That's going to include one-on-one type style trading with Coach. He trains you with an open mic where you can literally ask him questions. He's worried about you making money. He's not trading and letting you watch him. You're trading, you're talking with other group members and Coach and getting your questions answered and learning how to trade. Earn while you learn. Nobody else is doing that live. And then even when he's not live, we are all continued on the Zoom call after he comes off of his live stream. So it's amazing. We get to spend all day together, help each other trade, share Coach's strategies, and then we get to come over here in the aftermarket and reinforce those strategies. So American Dream Trading, you want to be a part of this group. So 6 months of VIP membership includes that type of training. It includes workshop classes once a month. We do them every last Thursday of the month. We got one coming up next week. Don't forget, you members, we got a workshop class coming up next week. David Yanis is doing that, so make sure you're ready for that on next Thursday. 4:30 usually is when it starts. But also, not only are you getting workshop classes, but you're also getting Trading View indicators. Coach's very own Trading View indicators that help you stay in trades longer so that you're letting the runners run and not giving up a lot of money and leaving a lot of money on the table. Not only that, they show you good strategies on how to get in. We're taught how to get in. They show you the picture of it. It's like reading a book when you look at those Trading and View indicators. They decipher the market for you in a way that no other indicators do. So you get Trading View indicators in that VIP membership. You get the training, you get the workshop classes, you get the Trading View indicators. You also get help desk support. All right. We have a liaison team that onboards you when you become a member so that you're not lost once you get here. So you gotta learn what is in my mouth. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, human technical difficulties. What the hell's going on? Grapes, too many grapes. But yes, so you get all of that. Now, here's the thing. If you get the 6-month VIP membership with all of that included, you will also get 6 months of VIP Gold add-on. That is an upgrade to the VIP for free. All right. Normally you'd be paying another $50. That you're going to get that for free just for the 6 months though. Okay. So with that includes everything we just talked about, but it also adds in weekend training with David Yanis, who's doing the workshop next week. It includes weekend training with David every Saturday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's like having a one-on-one with David, and he actually does one-on-ones. He's a trainer in our group. So you have to pay for those one-on-ones. Every Saturday when you're a gold member, you get one of those one-on-ones for free. Basically, it's a group of us, but it's like a one-on-one. And you also get breakout rooms Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. VIP Gold members get extra training Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with some of the millionaires that are a part of this group. So they train you on what they've learned from Coach, how they became millionaires, and the strategies that they use. They go over with us and make sure that we are trained up. So you got to join. Not to mention, we have an amazing news service by one of our very own moderators, Mark McSee, who does a wonderful news service for us. So it rivals the best of them. That's also included. And you get priority, not just help desk support, priority help desk support. So again, VIP members got to upgrade to the gold. And if you join now with the VIP membership, and I know I've been on this for an hour, but I'm telling you, it's insane. I have been a VIP gold member forever, and I love it. I know how to trade. I can go in the market at any given time and make $200 at the drop of a hat. I don't have to work a job because of being a part of this group. So thank you, Coach, for that. All right. Yeah, we're going to get more of that happening. So with that being said, click the link down there. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, it is. Is it down there? I don't think it's in there yet. Okay. All right. It will be soon. It is, however, in the description of this video. It's not in the live chat just yet, but it will be in a few minutes. But it is in the description of this video. So you can click the X button, go out to the description of the video, click AmericanDreamTrading.com, and go ahead and get signed up. You will see the 6-month membership. The second link is the Restream link. Come on up here and talk to us. Come on up here on the panel and talk to us. I don't care if you're new. I don't care if you're a member of the group. I don't care if you're not. I don't care if you've been in the group for 2 years. Come on up here and talk to us. We're going over 5 habits that create discipline tonight. So come on up here and help me deliver this message to the group. And the third is yours truly's tip jar. Coach made an amazing, he had an amazing talk off about that this morning, and I really appreciated it. And I can tell you now, a couple of people blessed the tip jar, and it was much appreciated. I don't know if you guys realize this, but that is part of my income. So it is something that helps me keep the lights on. So anytime you can afford to throw $2, $3, $4 in there, it adds up for me. So thank you guys, and I appreciate you. So if you could please remember to do that before you step out of the room tonight, that'd be awesome. And if you can't afford to do that, then hey, I love you anyway. We're still going to get our learn on. All right, but those of you that can, go ahead and bless the tip jar, and just know that it is much appreciated. Thank you very much. I try to work hard for you guys and try to make sure that I give you some good content. And thank you to everybody that comes up here. And it's not just me that's up here. Ange is up here. Palm Coast gets up here. Eric gets up here. Their tip jars are over in the moderators lounge. So, or the moderators tip jar over on Discord. So hit them up. Because they come up here and they deserve to get hit up as well. Mark McSee as well. So without further ado, let me check and see what's happening. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that link in there. Just give me 2 seconds. Just typing it in here. Oh man, it didn't link. Oh well. I'm sure Miranda or one of them will get it in there at some point. And when they do, go ahead and click that link. But for right now, it definitely is in the description of the video. All right, so we got Ange in the backstage. What's up, Ange? Let's get you on up here. Hold on 1 second. Whoa. What's up, my friend? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's up?
Well, I can tell it's getting closer to the end of the week.
Yeah? How? Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, for real. For real.
How'd you do today?
I did really well. I got in a little bit this morning and got what I needed out of the market and popped in again in the aftermarket real quick. A little longer than I anticipated, but got what I needed out of the aftermarket and called it a day.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you get an X-Cur? I heard Hot Potato. They yelled about X-Cur.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a short little scalp that turned into a several minute pain in my ass. Come on, I want to just scalp this, like, but it was fine, right? Like,
right.
not a big deal.
Let me get the other A up here. We got Ange and Aaron. Aaron. What up, Aaron?
What's up, everybody?
How are you?
So tired.
Right there. That she just stole the words out of my mouth. I am so tired right now. I actually fell asleep and I woke up and the market was closed, so that was fun.
Wow.
I think we've all been there.
Yep. How'd you do today, Aaron?
Red day. Didn't have just got caught in the chop. Just I don't know, just one of those days. And
yeah, it happens. I lost $100 today. That wasn't fun, but it is what it is. We got to move on, right?
Yep.
I got in a bad entry after the Fed meeting, and Robinhood, as you know it, wouldn't let me out. So I ended up losing $100. That wasn't fun, but once again, that was all that I had put into the trade. It wasn't like it was going to be this huge, big, $500 loss or anything like that, because I've learned how to manage my risk, which is one of the things that we are talking about tonight, which is the 5 ways to create discipline in trading. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get that started. All right. So the first thing we got is to create and follow a trading plan. All right. So creating and following a trading plan. What do you guys think about that?
It's go ahead, Anne. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's what keeps us in the trades. We got to know what we're doing. I talk about it all the time. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We have to have a plan. You have to have a plan of attack. You have to have your risk to reward planned out. You have to be within your risk profile. Even though I had a red day today, but having all those things in play allows you to have to come back the next day and keep on trading.
Helps,
so
right?
It's the most important thing. Yeah, it's definitely you have to have it. I can't get into a trade without it. It's one of my rules, and I'm glad it's the first one that you're talking about. And I'm sure everybody on this panel and everybody listening, if you don't, it's you must have it. Must. Number one, have a trading plan.
Is a must. Would you agree with him, Ange?
Yeah, definitely. I can think of like a handful of times where I've, more so early on than now, where I got into a trade and I didn't have a plan. And while my losses were always small, right? Like, it's stupid. Like, why would you do that? But yeah, I don't even like to start my day without a plan. Like, I'm already thinking about tomorrow. I'm already trying to decide, okay, what's going to be my plan of attack tomorrow? What is my day going to look like? So I think ahead of those things.
Yeah, you go in willy-nilly and you end up losing money 9 out of 10 times. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. Nope, I agree.
Looking down here in the chat, DJ Vinny, what's up? DJ Vinny James L, what's up? Gopher Guy. Artelon, what's up? Future Trader, Keith, Jason T, what's going on? What do you guys think about the topic tonight? Paula, what's happening, honey? How are you? We got Jay Netrix down there. What's up? We got Victoriano down there. What's up, Victoriano? Welcome. We got Leonard Jones down there. What's up, Leonard Jones? Rosie G, Eminem in the house. Joe Pink, what's up? Dawn, I love your energy from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. You're amazing. Oh, that is so awesome, Maria. Thank you. Love you, girl. Love you. Thank you for those awesome call outs at 4 o'clock in the morning. Maria is on it. Let me tell you. We've got Aussie Trader down there. What's going on? Welcome. I haven't done this in a couple of days, and I don't like ignoring the chat. So I love you guys. I want you to know you're a part of this, and I love you guys. We got Eric. What's up, Eric? H, I know who you are. He said, I had a small red day. Also, Okay, Aaron, he's identifying with you, but I'm glad to see the others did really well. Yeah, I mean, and there were a few of us that kind of got spanked by the Fed meeting, but hey, it happens. It's if you make money during it, like a palm coast who literally is dialed into every move every candle makes, then you're gonna make money. But when you're still learning and you go for it and you put a little bit of money into it, managing your risk, expect to lose money. It's a lotto when you play Feds. Okay, when you play the Fed, it's a lotto. So expect that. If
And
you make
that's why
money,
I did not do anything
yep,
during that time frame today.
yep,
As soon
yep.
as shit started looking weird, I'm out. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna mess around with that shit.
Yep.
Like, nope.
Yeah.
There will be another
It's-
trade another
yeah.
day. It's fine.
It's strictly a lotto if you get in any trades during that time. So what I put in it was what I was willing to lose, and that was all. And I'm glad that I no longer believe in putting anything in that I can't afford to lose. Because at first it was, hey, for a year and a half, it was, hey, let's just throw it all and see what. No, you can't do that. There are rules to this thing. And it is a structure. The structure has been created by Coach, and we have to follow that. That's why a lot of people lose money in the market, because they don't follow a plan. They don't follow a structure. And we have one. So why keep bypassing it? Use it, make money, be successful. All right. Who else? Joe Pink. I see you down there, Joe Pink. And we've got True Corbin. The Corbin. What's going on, Corbin? How are you, brother? I love me some Corbin, man. Mike Y, what's up? All right, so have a trading plan is the first one. Second one is what we just talked about, which is manage your risk. Okay, there is always a risk in trading. I don't care who you are, how good you are, trading is risky. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
100%.
That's the one thing that's guaranteed in trading. It's risky. Okay.
Well,
that's the one thing that's guaranteed.
And
Yeah,
the
go
one
ahead,
thing
Aaron.
the one thing that you can control. It's the
Yep.
only thing that we can control in trading is our risk. Everything else, we stack probabilities to us. We get as close as we can, but we can only control how much we get in and how much we risk on each trade. So
That's so funny
absolutely.
you say that. The one thing that's controllable is our risk. Yet most of us tend to lose a ton of money when the most controllable thing is your risk. Is that weird or what?
Opium.
Yeah. And it's not controlling. It's not managing your risk. There's a such thing called stop losses. There's trailing stops. There is all kinds of things that you can do to minimize your risk. So you got to take advantage of the tools that are there. Learn how to get acquainted with a stop loss. All right. Learn how to put one on your trade. Make sure you're with a broker that allows you to put one on at the time you're making the trade. Now, if you're trading in pre or aftermarket, you don't have that stop loss. But, if you've got enough discipline to have a mental stop and execute that quickly, then you're okay in that instance. But new traders, I would highly suggest that you stay away from stuff that if you can't put a stop in there, at least until you get some more screen time. We got somebody else in here with us.
And that should be a part of your trading plan too.
It should. It really should.
Yeah, absolutely. Must be
That-
part of your trading
Hey,
plan.
James.
Dude, that's you know what? I'm writing that down. That's a good topic. Creating a trading plan, right? I know we kind of did that before, but there's some of the stuff you can never talk about enough. You notice that? Because you got to beat a dead horse in order for it to sink in sometimes. Vinny.
Well, and then your trading plan will evolve too. Like my trading plan I had 4 months ago is not the same
James.
trading plan I have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James L. Yeah, I know. I hear you. You said that the other day, and you've completely switched up some stuff, which is awesome. And I know you're using the indicators and incorporating some things that you weren't doing before. Are you doing? No, you're not doing shorts yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
But that's something
It's
I know.
tempting,
I know it is.
I'm staying the course.
You've mastered how to get them going up, girl.
I know.
Get
And
it
they're
both
really
ways.
juicy when they go down, but no, I just might change something that's like not broken.
Exactly.
I totally agree.
And then when it happens, like I remember when Government Cheese decided to try it out. Like I was on that same call when he figured that out and stuff. But I'm sure I'll have the same reaction. It's fine, but in time.
Yeah, that's just like how he is. You know, in time he will do things when he's ready, and you're a lot like that. So, very commendable. Hey, listen, 5 things that create a disciplined trader is to have freaking self-control, and you have that. So that is not one of the thumbnails tonight, but that could be number 6. Have some self-control. James, how you doing, brother?
I'm all right, Miss Dawn. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Full of grapes and cabbage and all these good things, and that's why my energy's off the chain. I love it. I don't know why I ever stop eating this way. I go cheating and then I go off the rails. But I'm back on the rails. So what's up?
You crazy people in your grapes, right? Like I'm 39 years old and I have actually found certain types of grapes now that I freaking don't like. It's all you two's fault.
What?
I don't know. It's probably a good thing I'm not on the grape kick because, if I was, I'm liable to do something crazy like get.
Oh my God, you went in the Matrix. Oh, and not only did he go in the Matrix, he disappeared.
The suspense.
Yeah, right. It just so happens that you went in the Matrix and went out right as you were saying. What would
That may be
you
a
do?
good thing. That may be a good thing.
I'm like, did YouTube kick him out? What did he say? They caught it first and kicked your ass out before it got to the rest of us.
Oh, my Wi-Fi picked up connection. I don't.
Right at that time, though. What's the odds?
I still like the fermented kind. That's still my number one. But cotton candy grapes, not to change the subject off of tonight's stuff, that shit is gross.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
At
Leave
that
them alone.
rate, I may as well just eat sugar
candy,
cubes.
grapes
It's
are grapes.
so gross. I can't.
Yes. And I like sweet. Don't get me wrong, but no. Let cotton candy be cotton candy. Let grapes be grapes.
Fair.
So number 3 on the list. Hey James, did you trade during the Fed?
No.
Smart man.
Yeah,
No.
that was smart.
No, I quit. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna get a group together, fly to China, and put my foot in a Weeble programmer's ass. I got one trade on the Apple 2-minute, and I got stopped out with just the wick. Well, I say I got stopped out. I tried to sell. I was in profit, and got an order confirmation after I canceled my stop to sell. And then when I tried to get back in, I got an order confirmation and missed the entry. And then trying to figure that out, there was the first time there was an order confirmation on for futures. I wasn't trading futures, but there was an order confirmation on for that.
Everybody's been saying Weeble's been glitching lately.
Mine's been crashing 3, 4, 5 times a day. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that in the middle of trading during this afternoon. Somebody was saying, is anybody else's Weeble crashing out? I think I heard you chime in there too.
Yeah.
So,
No, mine was
Coach, wait a minute. It was Coach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
After about the 4th time that I got an order confirmation trying to get back in, I missed it. I'll take my $14 loss and call it a day.
Thank God it was only $14.
Yep.
Weeble, you getting any of this? Not good. Fix your shit. Let's see. What else we got here? That was number 3. Number 3. So what do we just do? Manage your risk, right? Keep a trading journal is number 3. All right. Keep a trading journal. That is something that you always hear us say up here on the panel. That's something that that is one of Coach's rules. Journal everything. Why do we journal?
You asking the question?
I am. I thought something happened with the screen. Why do
Oh.
we journal, guys? It was weird. I paused because I'm like, okay, what the hell's happening with the screen?
Part of the rules, man. Follow the rules.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
not only is it part of coach's rules, but it just makes a healthy trader. Like to be able to go back and review your good trades, your bad trades. It's just going to allow you to make those progresses and improve on things, and then hold yourself accountable. I mean, it really comes down to that, and having that accountability. Writing it down is going to make you have that accountability. Being honest when you're writing stuff down, and then going back and reviewing it, and then just having the wherewithal to make those improvements and not keep on making the same mistakes. Because if you are journaling, you're going to see that over and over again, and reviewing your journals, you get to start make differences in the things that you made mistakes on, or improve on the trades that you did good on, and start becoming a better trader. And we're all striving to do that. I mean, every one of us, even coach, no matter how long you've been here, and how much money you've made, it's one of the next important thing to do is with a trade plan is having a journal. It's part of my trade plan. All these things that you're talking about, all those rules is inside that trade plan that I have for myself. And if I'm not following the rules, then I'm not following my plan. So
yeah, having a journal helps to create that trade plan, right? It helps to create that roadmap that you're absolutely on point with that. It literally helps to create that trading plan, because you can go see what you did today, where the areas of opportunity, and create a trading plan tomorrow based on that. These are the things that I know not to do today. These are the things that I did well. Let's make sure we incorporate that today. I waited for the proper setup. I waited until the 21 followed the 9 over the 55 before I got in a trade, and everything was over VWAP. I waited today for that. Okay, well, and it worked. Oh, great. Well, then guess what tomorrow's trading plan is? To do the same thing. That's how David managed to do his. David did his with a spreadsheet, was basically his journal. He basically did everything. He analyzed every move that he made and was able to create a trading plan off of that. And now he is an Apple master because of that. So, it just goes, once again, you got to journal. You got to. That is the data that you are creating to make your trading better. You need to be able to have some data to fix yourself when you're not right. And that's where you create that. Number 4, stick to your routine. So if you have a routine, and we hear Aaron talk about this a lot. He's got his set things that he does. And same way, set things that she does. Nate, same way. I'm the same way. Every morning, I go in and I'm looking at, the after hours runners. And I'm looking to see where they're falling in the morning. That's just everything that I do. And then I have to be on by a certain time, because Weeble makes you put the code in and everything. I'm ready to go at 4:00. So you have, and my mind, you've got to make sure that your mindset is right to go into your day. That goes without saying, right, guys?
Yeah, I can tell you that, my routine is very, it doesn't change, right? Like it's imprinted in me. Like, this is how this is going to be. This is how I treat this. Now, it's probably the only thing in my life that's organized and has some kind of structure and all the things that go along with it. However, it is, it is set in stone. And when things aren't in line, it doesn't work.
No, absolutely does not. So yeah, stick to your routine. If you have a routine that you do every day that works for you, or if you have one that's not working, maybe you need to revise it and take some things out and add something else in, to make sure and get yourself a routine down. you know. And I laugh at Christina because she has a routine. She's got her her coffee and cookies in the morning, and Nate's got his crustable routine. You know what I mean? He gets a comma, he goes and eats a crustable. So it's even little stuff like that. Mark McSee, so regimented. 6 o'clock in the morning, what happens? We know. Good morning. Good morning. I mean, we're gonna hear it. You know what I mean? So he's got a routine and he sticks to it. I don't care if coach comes in the room, he's playing that damn song. 8 o'clock, we know shenanigans. You know, and he has certain things that he does every morning. So stick to your routine, guys, especially if it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And last but
Yeah, I
not
mean,
least, number
yeah.
5. Oh,
uh,
go ahead, baby.
I was just saying, just real quick on the routine. I mean, having routines also going to help with your patience and not
Oh yeah.
be following the chase outs and following other people's, what they're doing and stuff, and really stick to what you're doing, and it adds to that discipline, right? Holding yourself
Yes.
accountable and building in that muscle memory so you don't go off and go rogue, so you don't have these consistent red days over and over again and not know why, because you haven't created these key areas that you need to have, and having that trade plan is going to allow that to, or it's going to allow that to be building in that muscle memory of your routine. So have a routine, of going to bed early or eating, whatever. I mean, it really needs to start on everything we need to do, not just when we get
I thought you
in
was like eating
into the
grapes.
market.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's even the night before, making sure we get enough rest, and then waking up early enough so we're actually awake, and do a few things so you're not rushing and trying to do multiple things while the market's getting going. And there's have a trade plan for every little aspect coming into the market, and then also with your trades itself, have a routine with inside of that. Like, this is my strategy, and whatever that routine is, and it kind of encompasses all the things that you said before, but that also allows you to have that routine. And then more and more you do the routine, the easier and
Yeah.
easier it gets. So for new traders, it's going to be like drinking from a fire hose for a while, but if you go through these key things and you create this for yourself, then it just becomes easier and easier. You're able to see this in a different way because you've had the plan, you have the journals, you have started building this routine in your mind, that this A happens, I'm going to go to B happens, I'm going to go to C. And we say that all the time. It's a process. This is more process than anything. And if we could get a process down and follow it, then we're going to make it a lot easier on ourselves. Even as a new trader and even as an experienced trader, the
Absolutely.
having routine is huge. So just wanted to add that. But
And you know what? You said something that triggered something in my brain. It's the same with actual trading itself, not just preparing yourself for the trading, but the trade itself. If you've got a routine of what you do, I do not enter a trade if it's in a channel. I wait for a breakout to the up or downside. That's just one of my rules. I don't do it. If that's your routine, stick to it. There's certain ways that certain people trade. Eric Smoto, he always talks about eating the cookie, but Eric doesn't necessarily use the 50-20-20-10 rule. Eric sometimes shades 90% and leaves 10, or 98% and leaves 2 runners. That's his way of that's his routine. That's what he automatically, without thinking, does. He gets in a trade, he makes so much money, he sheds 98% of it, then he leaves 2 runners. David, same thing. He waits for certain setups before he gets in. Once he gets in, he starts shedding on the way up, and stays in, leaves a couple runners, and starts shedding as the pullbacks happen off of his runners. I know his damn routine. We know it so well that we know his routine. So it's having that makes your trading, to your point, Aaron, that was a very good point. It makes it a lot less stressful. If you go in willing, oh God, I hope I don't lose money. And no, if you go in knowing that the things you do work 9 out of 10 times, because everything's risky, but they work 9 out of 10 times, then just work your plan, do your routine, and you'll make money usually. And you saw the last one. It is control your emotions. All right. That's probably the biggest one here because we're all human beings, right? And unfortunately, we'd like to think we're trading against other traders, and usually we are, but there's a lot of bots that are involved in trading now who have no emotions. You know what I mean? They are just mechanically programmed to trade expertly, right? So a lot of times you got to, you know, be like them. You got to be a bot. You have to control your emotions. There are ways to enter trades, make money, get out. And you got to do that without, oh, damn, this is going against me. What am I going to, you got to pull all of that out of it. It's like, okay, this is going against me, out. Okay, good. This is going to my, okay, let me just stay in this trade because it's still going with me, still going with me. Up, pull back. Let me go ahead and shed. It doesn't need to be this whole, listen to Palm. You hear Palm describe his trades, you guys? Does he not sound like a bot?
Yeah, he's a
Right?
great scalper. He's an amazing
Yes.
scalper. Yeah.
He almost sounds robotic in his
Yeah.
tone and everything. The way that he just is on an even keel with his speech pattern, everything. And you know he trades that way. He's like a machine. That's how you got to be, you know?
I notice
I
when I'm
feel like
trading
that.
that my tone of voice changes. It's weird. Like if I talk out loud when I'm in a trade,
Uh-huh.
my tone changes.
Really?
Just a little.
Yeah. What'd you say?
What happened? Who was that, James?
I don't know. You said something. I missed it.
Just a little.
Oh. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
sometimes
I
you
notice my
change.
tone does change when I'm walking through a trade, and I know that when we get a good runner, like my tone gets a little bit more high pitched. Like I get excited because I see where it's going. You know,
Mhm.
so while I am very focused when I trade, yes, my tone does shift when I'm walking through it. But
Anybody have fun listening to Nate trade? Talk about
Yeah. Well,
shifting in dialect and not dialect, but voice intonation. Did you say no?
yeah. His inflection. No, I said his inflection when he's
Oh
trading,
man,
and then it's yeah, and it's great in the morning. I mean, if you've been there in the pre-market, you know what we're talking about, and if you're
you
not,
go on the
definitely
ride with him.
yeah, definitely get in there, and it's good because I mean he says he does that even if we're not there. I talk through my trades as well. Sounds like Ange
Mhm.
does. It's been a really good thing because it allows me to kind of start, you know, like I said, having the routine, having the plan, following the rules. You just like are walking yourself through that, so you're enforcing these things that you need to be doing to get into it. So, you know, to allow the trade to come to you. You know, we say allow the trade to come to you. I say, you know, this thing needs to prove to me that it's worth me trading. I need to have A, B, and C. I need to have these things set up, and whatever that is, it comes, you know, when it comes out in verbiage, and then yeah, like Ange said, you know, I have noticed, you know, when things are going my way or whether or not my, you know, the emotions come in, but and my tone changes, but still following that self-talk and following that to make sure that we're following the rules and stuff. So yeah, it is fun listening tonight though.
I like that. Prove to
Yeah.
me
You know, it's
that
really
you're.
funny is when you're sitting there and you're talking yourself through a trade, and suddenly Nate just like spills out of your mouth. Like
I like that.
you're around everybody so much and you trade with each other so much that you start saying things that people say. I do that all the time.
I know.
Come on,
Well,
Jody.
look,
Come on.
we got a whole lingo. We got a whole Danny DeVito. Where'd that come from? Coach, right? We all know what Danny DeVito means. If Danny DeVito were to ever pull up to one of these streams, he would be flabbergasted. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Did they just say my name? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, we have our own quirks in here, right? Danny DeVito, Shaq Leg, Amber Heard. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna go look at some of the chats down here. Anybody got anything to say about what we talked about tonight?
Joe Pink had a good one earlier. He was asking about the difference between your plan and the rules.
I don't get that question.
So what's the difference in what we were talking about? You got to have a trading plan. He's asking, what's the difference between your plan and the rules?
I would think that, and I'll just take this one too, and then you guys answer it as well, because it's probably going to be different for you. For to me, the difference would be if I've got a plan, my plan may not be Angie's plan. You know what I mean? But coach's rules are universal. They are for all of us to follow. The rules aren't necessarily a plan. The rules are things that you should follow so that you can protect your assets more so than make money. Now, our plan is about, following the process. And I may want to go a 2-minute EWO. Ange is a scalper. So our plans would differ. You know what I mean? In that respect. But when it comes to actually entering a trade, how we enter it, how much we allow ourselves to lose, those are the rules that coaches put in place. So Ange is not going to lose more than 1 to 3%. I'm not going to lose more than 1 to 3%. But my plan is to eat 2-minute EWO. Her plan is to scout. You see what I mean? So a plan in that way is different than the rules, in my opinion. You guys, if you think something different, let me know.
No, you said exactly what I was going to say. The plan is going to be specific to the trader, right? And the rules
Absolutely.
are encompassing, all traders, because the rules are very basic, not basic, but they're very important that everybody needs to follow. And the trade plan itself is going to be specific to the individual with that. And like I'm just really echoing what you said, but I was going to say the same thing. It's going to be specific to them. So you're going to create your strategy that you're going to do, and this changes, Ann mentioned it as well. And my trade plan has changed as well. Not drastically, but it's changed as I go. But having that strategy for you to keep your, to have it, on top of the rules. But this is the plan that I'm going to follow. This is my course of action. And inside of that, yes, the rules are encompassing that, but it's going to be specific to the individual themselves. So.
Correct. Nate goes in with 50 contracts. That's his Danny DeVito. My Danny DeVito is 1 contract, but Nate's also going to get out when he sees that wick or whatever. And so am I, it's certain things that you do. And the rules we listen to every night. Don't lose more than 1 to 3%. Use stop losses. Make sure you're not using real money if you're brand new. Those things are universal to all of us.
Yeah, so, 1 to 3% is going to differ for everybody. So that's part of your plan. Is what is it for you? What is that 1 to 3% for you? What does that look like? Oh, I could do, this many shares or this many, whatever that is. Like, have it really written out so you are prepared when you're entering a trade that this is what I'm going to be following. This is my plan that I'm going to be following, and then you adhere to it and have the discipline, to keep yourself in line with what your trade plan is, and that goes prior to getting into the trade. You're prior to you coming and sitting down and hitting it. What you should be doing while you're learning and paper trading and everything else is creating all these things. Because like when you're paper trading and you're new, or you're trying to figure out what you want to do, that's a perfect time to like start with what you think you're going to do, start paper trading and whatnot, and then figure out that, I'm not a scalper. I'm more of an EWO player or whatever that is, but that's going to be specific to you. And like what you just brought up as well is that 1 to 3%. Well, 1 to 3% is going to be different for everybody. It's just going to be different amount of shares. It's going to be different amount of contracts. If I go in with 5 shares that cost me this, my stop, I have to have this stop. Well, does that stop allow you to allow the particular ticker that you're playing? Does it give you that room to work? So all those things need to be part of this plan and strategy and rules. But the plan, for me, I have to do it. I have to go through and I got to crunch the numbers and I got to see, if I do five contracts is different than 1 contract and different than 10 contracts, and how much can I risk, and does that keep me in the play or not? And do I get stopped out if I do it like this? And sure, you could fudge the numbers and say, well, I want to go in with 10 contracts. I want the big money, but then your stop's too tight. And then you always get stopped out, and it's death by 1,000 cuts. So all of that has to come into play into your plan that's specific for you.
Absolutely. Maria, what's going on, gorgeous?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm in
Look
the front
at you
yard
with the hair, the glamour shot.
No. It's just down. I took a shower like at the like 5 o'clock break, and then came back and realized I'd missed huge run ups and was so pissed. But anyway, that's neither
Don't come
here
on.
nor there.
Don't come on.
But no, about the plan thing. So I feel you, Aaron. Like, and it's about the calculations. Like, I know Bank of America really well. You know J.P. Morgan really well, right? And that was my plan at the Fed meeting today or whatever. And then, but I also know, I can make so much more money off of SPY. And I was stupid. You know what I mean? I didn't lose money. I made a little bit, but like I could have made more if I had bought more contracts that were cheaper in Bank of America, like I had planned, which did run up, by the way. And it had the same. It looks just like SPY, but the contracts were a lot cheaper. There's plenty of open interest. That was my plan. I didn't follow it. So anyway.
There you go. You got somebody who was transparent enough to come up here on the panel and share that. Thank you for doing
Yeah,
that,
I was
Maria.
just disappointed, but SPY is addicting because of the money.
Yeah.
When it runs in the right way, dude, like that contract will run.
You can take a $50 contract to $600, dude.
Easy.
That's
the other day, I told you it was 15 to 125. And that was way out of the money. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I also
and it doesn't even have to be out of the money because SPY's not that expensive. You can go 3 or 4 out of the money. That was like one in the money or one out.
Okay, let's stop talking about the devil's temptations, okay? But for real though, Bank of America is very cheap contracts. They have high volume. Y'all, the squirrels are literally dropping nuts left and right out of my tree. I don't know. If I get pegged, don't
get hit with them. You got me interested in the Bank of America though, because that sounds like something that small accounts might need to look at.
Yeah,
I was trying to tell you that this morning, Dawn.
You
when
did,
you were talking about contracts. But Bank of America, the one out of the money is not expensive. It usually has like a 0.4 delta to like a 0.38 and $38 or something. Like, and out of the gate they run one way or the other. You could just watch it at open, do your pre-market breakout level, and be profitable. You have to have multiple contracts, obviously, because it doesn't.
Well, that's my speed.
It's not
right
going to
there,
move
$38. I can get like 10 of them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But you can afford it, so it's different. But anyway, that was my plan today. I didn't follow it because I got greedy and felt like I knew better. It was silly.
We all do it. A lot of us did it. So yeah. I know some of you guys down in that chat lost money on that Fed meeting. Why don't you guys come up here and talk about it? Or if you made money.
The other thing I was going to say about the discipline, and then I'm going to go because I've got kids, like they're going to interrupt me. But journaling. So I have been super slack, okay? True confessions. But I've been watching so many of Coach's videos, like and the workshop videos and the videos on demand. Every single one of them, every single one discusses journaling. So I'm like, you're dumb. Like, why? It's not that I don't do it. Oh, look, here's my 15-year-old. Woo. Okay. Anyway, it's not that I don't do it, it's that I don't do it in depth enough, or I don't do it, frequently enough. So anyway, I need somebody to hold me accountable every day. Did you journal? Did you,
On it?
All right. I was about to say the gauntlet has been dropped.
Okay. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Good night.
Appreciate you. Love your face, girl. Have a good night. Thanks for coming up and sharing.
I feel like it's a slippery slope when we don't put all these 5 habits together. Like we can create a really some really bad habits if we don't put them all together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe we need to do 5 bad habits. Or maybe we don't want to focus on that, right? Focus on the good.
Well, we should know what our bad habits are. Having self awareness. If you're not having success and you're feeling the emotions and you're being quiet and you're not coming up here and saying it, I mean that's going to hit home, right? And that's the things
Yeah.
that we need to journal. Those are the things we need to recognize so we can change them. I mean, unless somebody loves losing money and feeling like they can't do something, which I don't think they can, because why would we be in here paying, wanting to trade or paying for the memberships that we are? We're in here for a reason. So just that for the people that aren't coming up here and aren't saying anything, that are having struggles, um, it's we got to get it out. We got to change it in some way, or we'll just blow up our account and quit. And you guys say it all. You say it all the time. It's like the 3 feet from gold, right? Just being right there and quitting on yourself. And we can't do that in life, and we can't do that in anything else. We can't quit. We have to always push ourselves to continue what we're doing. And this is hard. It's not easy. As I say it all the time, most lucrative business in the world. Why would we think this is easy? So the steps that Don has, the habits that we talked about today, that Don brought up in this great show, the rules, all those things are there for a reason, because most of us have went through those. I mean, that's why Coach created those rules, because that from his experience, he recognized that these are the things that allowed him to gain success the way that he is, and now he's trying to teach others to do that as well. So don't, if you don't have these things set down, if you haven't followed the rules, and if you haven't followed these 5 habits, start doing it. Start doing it immediately. Take the time off and start doing this, and it becomes easier and becomes better, because it might not be the habit that you're into, and habits take, we're creatures of habits, so we have to break an old habit to create a new one, and it takes time. Some of us are quicker at it than others. Some of it take time, but that's back to knowing yourself and just giving yourself grace, just giving yourself the time, but also have the discipline to and set out a path for your success. So if you notice that A, B, and C, that you constantly do it over and over again, write it down, and then write it down how you're going to fix those things. What am I going to do to fix it? And then that's part of your routine coming into the next day, is looking at that. These are the things that I've noticed that I am doing. This is what I'm going to work on today, and then add these things together, and eventually it's going to be that new habit, and it's going to be second nature, and then the success and everything else comes with it. But it goes back to just creating the process, following a process, and it comes to, like I said, just everything that you brought up today, following the coach's rules, keeping those things very present in your life, and not just having a past memory. Oh yeah, I didn't do good, and then the next day you come back and you don't
You
really
forgot about it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't reflect and don't have the self-awareness to look at the things that you did wrong to improve for the next day. So
Absolutely. Very, very good points, Aaron. Very good points. And that's again, everything that we talked about is stuff that you guys should be taking to heart. Hopefully you guys got a notepad out, or you're going to plan on watching this a couple times back to back, because we put this stuff together for you for a reason. We want to see you succeed. We want to see it work out for everybody. So we're in here trying to help you guys by coming up with things to try to help you get yourself on track if you're not there. Don't be afraid to come up here and be transparent. I know it's a live show. I know it's on YouTube, but if you come up here, even if you do it in the Zoom call, if you're more comfortable with that, like Aaron said, trading in silence, that's not going to get it done. All you're going to do again is blow up your account and quit. Well, give yourself a fighting chance. Don't quit 3 feet from goal. You don't know. You might be understanding more than you think, and you're just one tweak away from getting everything right. So before you throw in the towel, make sure you take these suggestions to heart, and take this seriously and do everything. So just to recap, the 5 habits, right, that create a disciplined trader are create and follow a trading plan, like we talked about earlier. Number 2 is make sure you're managing your risk. All trades are risky. Have your stop losses in there. Make sure you're going in with only what you can afford to lose. And keep a trading journal. Make sure you are highlighting the things that you did wrong, as well as highlighting the things that you did right, and your mindset. That is extremely important to journal your mindset so that you can remember the mental state that you were in when you did those things, so that you, when you feel it coming on, hey, the last time I felt this way, this is what I did. Stick to your routine. Once you come up with that routine, make sure you guys are sticking to it. You know, if you have something that works for you every day, make sure you don't switch it up, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right. And last but not least, control your emotions. Make sure you're not getting over emotional in trades. And, you know, like right now, we were trying to tell Christina the other day, she's going through a lot with her personal situation. So it's like, you know, make sure that that's not coming into your trades. And if you can't help that, maybe you should take a couple of days off from trading. You know what I mean? If you're not the type of person, she manages to control it. But if you can't do that, maybe you need to, until your situation blows over, take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that game, right? Does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about, or?
So of these five habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do each of you think you need to work on the most?
Good question.
All the above.
Write it down in your journal.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I got my multicolor pen. Good stuff green, bad stuff red, neutral stuff black, important stuff blue.
That's excellent.
I would say controlling my emotions, because as you guys can tell, I'm extremely emotional. I'm a Cancer. Come on, we're emotional. It's part of our makeup. So yeah, I am very emotional. So that is my biggest struggle. You know, I'm very impulsive. And a lot of times I know better than to just jump in a trade. But and I've gotten a lot better at waiting for setups, but I still from time to time will do the occasional jump in, because I see a momentum happening and my emotions get overwhelming, and all right, we got something going on, let's jump in there. You know, so I gotta still hone that in. So that would be my nemesis.
Yeah, no, I could probably agree with that as well. And emotions for me are, in different things. You know, the kind of just the seeing the setups and and following through with what I know, right? Because I'll see setups and not take them, and they'll work out, and my emotional state, not like I'm like, but just not having that clarity and then hitting that. So I put that kind of under my emotions, is just, having the confidence to execute the things that I do know and I do have planned out, right? But that kind of goes around, kind of surrounds all of them. But, so I'm constantly combing over these things and looking at how I'm improving and where I went wrong. And, days like today, it wasn't a huge red day, but it was a bit, it was red enough where, it's a red day. Wasn't able, for multiple different reasons, fell asleep, but, whatever, it's all things that I need to do to keep on improving. But I have noticed, I'm a lot better when I just very robotic, very A, B, and C. If the A happens, go to B, B happens, go to C, and then just push all the other stuff away. And that has, I know, like when I review my stuff and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get in here, and whatever reasons don't get in there. And then, it's like, look, your plan was there. It was set for you. What went wrong and why didn't you get into that? And it comes down into that little space of emotions, and it's different, for me, the emotions are, kind of a broad thing, but it's the self-talk. It's like kind of what's going on in your head and not following the other plans as well. The emotions usually kick you out of, you following your own plan and stuff. So.
Right. Sweet.
And mine would be just continuing to recognize the evolution of my trading plan, right? Like I'm getting to the point now where, scalping is, it's pretty second nature, right? So now it's just remembering all the rules and making sure that my position size is good, right? And I'm doing all the things the way I'm supposed to be, and I'm not getting in over my head. So it's always remembering that trading plan will always like evolve.
Nice.
And being okay with it.
Yeah, right? And being okay with it. Did you guys answer that question down in the chat? What is yours? Follow my plan. All right, Maria, she said to follow her plan. Like she said she had a plan today and she didn't follow it. So that's what she's got to work on. I feel like I'm almost there, says Rosie. I know, Rosie, you're coming to that corner, right? You've already turned the corner. I think you're coming to a point where you're probably getting more profitable more consistently. She said, I do some dumb stuff like trading during trading during today's meeting. You know, I don't know that it was dumb more so than just you're taking a risk. You know what I mean? Everybody was talking about trading it. Everybody was going to trade it. We're not all dummies, but we all know our risk, right? So what would be dumb is going in with a whole bunch of money and throwing it at the wall, hoping something stuck, right? But if you went in kind of with planned amount of risk in there, and it's like, okay, I'll take $100 and toss it into this and see what happens. Okay, you know, or $50 or $20, then okay, if you go into it knowing most likely you're going to lose it, then that's a planned and calculated risk. So it's not so much dumb. You know what I mean? So give yourself a break, girl. Edward, what's up, buddy? All right, Diesel Dan, welcome, Diesel Dan. All right, so with that being said, yeah, I guess this was a really good one. I loved it. So
They've been really great shows. So
yeah,
it's another great one.
You guys help with all of that. So I'm going to hunt down Coach's rules. All right, let's see. Oh my God. I'm not going to even, Ange knows what I'm laughing at. Okay. So, all right, Coach's rules are in effect. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out and offering all of your suggestions, listening to all of ours. Guys, thank you for being on the panel day in and day out. You guys make this so fun. You know what I mean? It would be so boring if I was up here by myself. So thank you. I know you guys have shit that you want to do or you're tired, but you come on here and you help me out with this. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I do.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really do. So with that being said, everybody down there in the chat, I love you guys, because without you guys, there is no show. Who would we be talking to? You know what I mean? So thank you all for coming. Rosie, Eminem, everybody down there, Paula, all you guys, Eric. And I know I'm only naming a couple people, but I've at some point said all your names. Diesel, love you guys. Ed, everybody have a great night. Murmur, thank you, baby girl. Love you. I don't know if Arlo's down there, but if she's down there, I'm just going to say I love you anyway, Arlo.
We love you, Arlo, anyways.
Yes. All right. So everybody have a good night. Hey, I'll see you guys at 4 a.m. Peace and blessings.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Night off.
Nobody go rogue. Some of the rules that we have to and live and die by in here is do not lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account value in any given day. Make sure you have stop losses on each and every trade, regardless of shares and or options. Make sure you guys are practicing small base hits. Don't go for home runs. Allow the runners to run and stop out the losers. If you're a new trader, make sure you are paper trading using a simulated trading system such as Webull or some of the other ones that are out there. If you are an expert trader, please make sure you also are being careful the first 3 minutes and the last 8 to 9 minutes of the day. Those are the absolute most volatile times in the entire market. Also, if you're a newer trader, please don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day. Those are the most dangerous times.